Hello there, it's Cooking with Eddie. La mia cucina. Good to see you. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming for the first time. What's cooking with Eddie, you might ask? Well, the real question is what's baking with Eddie? It's Thanksgiving time. In preparation for that, I usually do pumpkin pie, a pecan pie, the regular stuff before. I wanted to do a little Italian version of the pumpkin pie, and I'm making a ricotta pumpkin cheesecake. You've seen the ricotta cheesecake episode. I did several back, but this is a special for Thanksgiving. So it's going to be made with some ricotta cheese, some mascarpone, some Marsala wine, eggs, flour, pumpkin puree, some candied orange, some raisins. It's going to be in a spring form pan. It's going to have a really special FROLLA crust, which will come up the sides. It's really spectacular. It's a big, thick, light cheesecake. It's made with egg whites folded in, so it's very light. It's very exciting. I posted a picture of it sometime back. Everyone's excited about it. I wanted to get it to you to celebrate Thanksgiving. This is going to be a tough one. The numbers are going up. People are coming back from school. Please be careful. Please wear your masks. Please be distant. There's great news coming out, as we know, about the vaccines, but we've got to get through these next couple of months, which are going to be tough. Please hang in there. Please be safe. Please stay healthy. In the meantime, let's have a wonderful Thanksgiving as best we can with those of us in our bubble and the rest of our family through Zoom or Skype or any other way we can. But let's begin this episode of Cooking with Eddie, La Mia Cucina, Ricotta Pumpkin Cheesecake. Let's start with the crust. Thanks so much for coming. Right, so we're going to start with making the crust. It's called a FROLLA crust. Butter, sugar, eggs, a little bit of Marsala, some orange zest. We're going to begin with, and flour of course. We're going to start with creaming 6 tablespoons of butter with 3 tablespoons of sugar. Let's start that going. It's going to take some time because this crust is going to have to set up for a couple of hours before we work it. And then when we actually get to the cake, that's going to have to set up for, it's going to have to completely cool and then set up really overnight. 4 hours of cooling before you could actually cut it. Because it's going to be really just light and fragile. But once it cools off, it gets dense again. So we're just going to cream this for about 2 minutes. I'm going to add the eggs. That's 1 whole egg and an extra egg yolk, about a tablespoon of orange zest, and a tablespoon of Marsala wine. And I'm going to do about half a cup of the flour mixture. It's got some salt in there, and it has baking powder. So I'm going to mix that up a little bit, and then I'll slowly add in the rest. Slowly pour in the rest of this, get that mixed up. And just until it comes together. Good. All right. Try that again. Wrap that in some plastic wrap. There we go. Pumpkin ricotta cheesecake. Molto buona. Well, the crust has been in the refrigerator now for almost 3 hours, which is the minimum that needs to be in there to sort of set up. While we're waiting on the extra 15 minutes or so, we'll get to work on the filling, and then we'll put it all together. So here we go. We're going to put the filling together for the ricotta pumpkin cheesecake. Andiamo. So I'm going to add to with this flour mixture. It's half a cup of sugar, flour, cinnamon. I'm going to mix that in there. I'm also going to put in the zest, the orange zest, about a tablespoon of that, a teaspoon and a half of some vanilla, not any longer than that, just to get it going. Now I've taken 6 eggs and I've separated them, and I'm going to add 1 yolk at a time until it just combined. Want to over mix. So now I'm going to add that orange zest. This is orange peel, candied orange peel, and some raisins. I'm going to stick that in there, and the pumpkin, and I'm just going to beat until it's just combined. So I've got the 6 egg whites here, and I put them in a cool bowl, and I'm going to whip them up. It's going to take about 4 minutes. I'm going to add some sugar to that. Let's get them going. There, we're starting to get some peaks there. So now I'm going to fold it into the pumpkin, and we'll be ready to roll out the dough. Here we go. Let's fold it together. I think doing the eggs is actually the hardest part, because it just takes a lot of time, and you want to make sure that the eggs are cool. Right? If they're warm, they're not going to sit upright. So you want to make sure they're cool. Fold that in. Sounds like a marshmallowy texture to it. And we'll gently fold that in. All right, we'll put this aside for a few minutes. It's got that beautiful pumpkin color. And we'll roll out the dough, and then we'll put it all together. Oh, that's nice. Perfect. Okay, let's roll out the dough. Okay, so I've generously greased this 9-inch spring fan with about 2 tablespoons of butter. I've got the dough here out of the refrigerator. It's been there for about 3 hours. And let's see how this goes. I've generously floured the table. And let's see how this goes. I'm going to roll this out to about a 14-inch circle. And this dough will fill the pan and come up the sides. You know me in crusts. This is not an easy task. Let's put this in here. Let's get to the good stuff. So I'm going to take this pan, dish of water, put it in the lower rack underneath to keep the oven moist so the pumpkin cheesecake does not crack. So let's put it in the oven and we'll see you in an hour and a half. Now it's a little wobbly, this has to completely cool. And then we're going to put it in the refrigerator overnight. There it is. Pumpkin ricotta cheesecake. Another attempt. We'll see what it's like tomorrow. Wow, here it is. How's that look? Real nice and orangey. Pretty good, right? Really high. Let's see if we. So we're going to take this out of the pan. We'll just bring a knife around and sort of loosen it up. It's nice and cold. It's sort of settled. This is normal, but it's this is going to serve 12 people, or one person 12 times, or 2 people 6 times, and 4 people 3 times, and 3 people 4 times, and 6 people twice. But you know, do what you want. Let's see what happens. All right. Here we go. Wow. Wow. It worked. Eureka. Oh, that is just beautiful. Right? Look at that crust. All right. Now comes the fun part. Oh yeah. Cuts very nicely. It's always that first piece that's hard, isn't it? All right. Now, let's see if we get underneath it. Oh yeah. Here we go. Come on. There. How about that? I can see the raisins in here. How's that look? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. It's light. I can it tastes like, you know, I can taste the pumpkin. There's the ricotta. Oh, nice. It's a nice mix of flavors. And the orange from the zest. Lovely. Really good. Torta de ricotta e Zucca. Cheesecake with ricotta and egg and pumpkin for Thanksgiving as a replacement for pumpkin pie. In Italy we call it il giorno di ringraziamento, the day of giving thanks. And this has been a tough year. We have a lot to give thanks for, particularly those people who are working in the hospitals to keep us well, working on the front lines, the healthcare workers, the scientists who are creating vaccines. Let's give them a break. Let's wear the masks. Let's flatten the curve. It's getting crazy out there. And we're hunkering down here. And unfortunately, we won't be able to see our friends and family for Thanksgiving. We're going to do distant stuff. But we're thinking of you. We're thinking of all of you. And I hope you stay well. And in the meantime, enjoy some good food. Stay healthy. And start with some pumpkin ricotta cheesecake for Thanksgiving. Here's to the holidays. Here's to the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. Bless you all. Thanks for being here. Cooking with Eddie, la mia cucina. Pumpkin ricotta cheesecake. Ciao. Buon appetito.